Good evening. It is time for the Iman Report. It is Wednesday night, October 28th. Time to preview the Week 8 edition of the NFL Week 8. Good luck on your picks this week. We will start off with the Thursday night game between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Carolina, the 2-point favorites over the Falcons. Atlanta looking terrible as of this year. Carolina won the earlier game this year, and Atlanta's defense is still horrendous. Carolina's is the better coach team. I'm going to give this win to the Panthers. Panthers win. Panthers cover. In what should be one of the games of the week in Baltimore, the Pittsburgh Steelers play the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh 6-0, Baltimore 5-1 in what should be a very entertaining game. It's always fun and low scoring between these two rivals of the NFC North. Baltimore coming in the 4-point favorites. We shall see how Lamar Jackson does. The one difference between Baltimore and Tennessee is that Baltimore has a much better defense than Tennessee. Big Ben didn't have his best game last week. The game's in Baltimore. I kind of think this is a game where Baltimore wants to send a message to Pittsburgh. I think Lamar Jackson's going to have to use his arm. Pittsburgh will likely stack the box on Lamar Jackson, but I do think Baltimore will do just enough to win the game. Give me the Ravens. In one of the most lopsided matchups of the week, the New York Jets play the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead, and let's just say it, they should just forfeit the game. 19-point favorites. Chiefs are going to win. Chiefs could win with Chad Henne starting this game. The Jets are just this bad at this point. And what's worse for the Jets is the possibility of Trevor Lawrence staying in school for 2021. If that happens, all of a sudden the Jets are going to be looking at a situation of trading down in the 2021 draft. But this game's not even going to be close. In what could be another lopsided matchup, the Tennessee Titans take on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals have the firepower to keep up with the Titans, but the Bengals' defense is horrendous, and it just got worse after Carlos Dunlap gets traded to the Seattle Seahawks. Cincinnati playing for 2021 at this point. I don't think Burrow's going to outshoot Ryan Tannehill. Yes, Tennessee's defense is bad, but they're not that bad. Give me the Titans. They're going to win. Titans are going to cover the 5.5-point spread. In a game that could be a good one here in Miami, the Los Angeles Rams take on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, this will be the debut of Tua. Not exactly the best game to be premiering Tua, as he'll likely be getting fed upon Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald all game. If Fitzpatrick were starting, I would be more inclined to go with Miami. But with the rookie starting, I am going to go with the LA Rams. The Rams have the better defense. Rams have been winning on defense. And Goff will do just enough to win the game. I'll say LA is going to win it, but I am not confident the Rams are going to cover the spread. In another one that could be a toss-up game, the battle of two playoff bubble teams in each division here. We have the Detroit Lions going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Colts on the playoff bubble in the AFC. Lions on the playoff bubble in the NFC. Both teams actually have pretty good defenses. It wouldn't be a total shock to see the Lions come in and upset the Indianapolis Colts. The Lions have the better quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Phillip Rivers is inconsistent. For Indianapolis to win the game, they're going to have to rely on running the ball. If Detroit is able to play good, solid defense, Detroit gets the win. But I still don't have confidence in Matt Patricia. So I am going to take Indianapolis to win the game. In another toss-up game in Buffalo, the New England Patriots take on the Buffalo Bills. New England getting shelled by the 49ers last week this is pretty much their season right here against Buffalo. If the Patriots lose to Buffalo, it's game over. You could be seeing Jarrett Stidham start the rest of the season. A lot of people have been shitting on Cam Newton. Cam Newton has not been the greatest at quarterback. But in the same breath, you've got a regressing Julian Edelman. And really, there's not a lot of weapons on this New England Patriots team. It might be time for Bill Belichick to lose a hat this offseason. He's a great coach, but he's not the best GM out there. Maybe he should not be the general manager in 2021. But that said, this is pretty much New England's season on the line against Buffalo. Buffalo has not looked great in the last 3 games. They are 1-2 in their last 3 games, and they did not look good at beating the New York Jets. Jake Allen has struggled the last 2 weeks. Buffalo needs to get the Allen to Diggs connection going this week. If Buffalo can run the ball, if Jake Allen can get going, I would say Buffalo is going to win this game. If New England is able to establish the run game, New England wins the game. New England's defense is good. Buffalo's defense is bad. The question is, which team wants it more? The winner of this game will be in the inside track of the AFC East and will very likely be the 4 seed. The loser will probably be a wild card, might be a wild card depending on who it is. I am going to give it to Buffalo. Buffalo is the better team on paper. If Buffalo loses this game, they've got problems. In Cleveland, the Las Vegas Raiders take on the Cleveland Browns. This is a preview of playoff seeding right here. These are 2 potential wildcard teams. Question is, who's hungry? Who's the better team in this game? Offense, advantage Raiders. Defense, advantage Raiders. Raiders' defense is not that good, but it should be good. But this is going to be a game that is likely going to rely on the quarterback. Baker Mayfield is a so-so quarterback. Derek Carr is an above-average quarterback. I think Carr is going to do enough to win this game. Carr is going to be angry after getting blown out by Tampa Bay last week. And I think Josh Jacobs is going to be able to run the ball all day on this Browns defense. Cleveland's key to success is going to be the run game. If Cleveland can't run the ball, it is going to be a very long day for the Cleveland Browns. Baker struggles when he has to use his arm. Baker may still not be 100% dealing with the rib issue. So I am going to take the Raiders to win this game. In another lopsided matchup, the Minnesota Vikings against the Green Bay Packers. Packers, the 6.5-point favorites over the Vikings. The Vikings are bad. They're bad. They're bad. The Vikings are not good. It's going to be probably another long game for Kirk Cousins if Dalvin Cook can't run the ball. The Vikings defense is bad this year. I think this could have the makings of another blowout. Green Bay takes care of business against bad teams. I think Green Bay wins, covers the 6.5-point spread. In Denver, the Los Angeles Chargers take on the Denver Broncos. The Chargers, the 3.5-point favorites in Denver. Justin Herbert going up against Drew Lock. Drew Lock has not been great the last cut since returning from injury. But you do have Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon going up against his former team. What's also going to be good for Denver is that the Los Angeles Chargers defense is not that good. They've struggled all year, so this could be a good game for Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon, which could allow Locke some time and Locke to get some better throws off. Noah Fant definitely wants to rebound after a very bad game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Denver might be able to hang in there with the Chargers, but the Chargers have the better quarterback in Justin Herbert. Eckler is a good running back. Give me the Chargers. Chargers win this game. Chargers are the better team. Chargers get to 3-5. In Chicago, the New Orleans Saints take on the Chicago Bears. The Saints, the 4-point favorites. This is a classic defense versus offense game right here. The Saints have the better offense, but they are missing the majority of their wide receivers. That bodes well for what Chicago's strong at, defense. If Chicago is able to stack the box and shut down Alvin Kamara, it could be a very long day for Drew Brees. That said, Nick Foles looked like shit against the LA Rams on Monday Night Football. Foles cannot afford another piss-poor performance. If Foles has this type of performance again, we could see Mitch Trubisky back at quarterback. But I think Chicago is going to rebound from the loss. Chicago is going to come in and get a win against the Saints. The Chicago defense is going to be good enough to beat Drew Brees. Chicago wins, gets back on track. In Seattle, it's the San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle coming off one of their worst performances of the year against the Arizona Cardinals. 49ers traditionally have not done well in Seattle. This is a game if Russell Wilson can win with his feet. If the 49ers are able to stop Russell Wilson, make Russell Wilson one-dimensional, the game advantage goes to the 49ers. 49ers' problem is they are missing their top running backs. Mostert hurt. Jeff Wilson hurt. the good news is they are getting Tevin Coleman back. So you're likely it's going to be Tevin Coleman and JaMycal Hasty with maybe a little bit of Jared McKinnon. They might also get Jordan Reed back, which will really help offset the loss of Deebo Samuel. But I don't think the Niners are going to have enough firepower to win in Seattle this time. I am going to take the Seahawks to win, but I'm not confident they'll cover the spread. But also, if Seattle does lose this game, then Arizona is in the inside track to win the NFC West. In Philadelphia, the Dallas Cowboys take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly, the 8-point favorites. And why not? Dallas has already made the decision to be deadline sellers, which I think is the right move. Trade some expiring contracts off. Dallas now down to their third string quarterback in Ben DiNucci. Don't expect miracles, which also means you're probably going to see a lot of Ezekiel Elliott running the football. The backup quarterback is going to be Garrett Gilbert. This could be a very long game for Dallas. Carson Wentz should be able to get right against this terrible Dallas defense. And, I think this could be it, or it might be time for Mike Nolan and Mike McCarthy to start cleaning out their lockers. It's going to be Philly. Philly's going to win. Philly's going to cover the 8-point spread. And in the Monday night game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New York Giants. Another mismatch here. Danny Dimes going up against Tom Brady. Another game where Tom Brady does not have... New York might be able to keep it close with their defense. But I think the run game of Tampa Bay will be too much for New York. And Danny Dimes just has no weapons. I think Tampa Bay is going to win this game. Tampa Bay is going to cover the spread. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you saw, hit the like button. Please be kind and hit that subscribe button. Everybody have a great night. I will be back Saturday night for UFC Fight Night post-fight show, where we will pay tribute to the great Anderson Spider Silva as he fights Uriah Hall in his retirement fight. Good night.